The 2022 NFL Draft is presented by Manscaped. If you want to get the best men's grooming products on the planet, whether it's the Lawnmower 4.0 or the Ultra Premium Collection, go to manscaped.com/chat. Get 20% off plus free shipping when you use that link, manscaped.com/chat. We'll tell you a little bit more about their products later on in the show. I'm a big fan of Manscaped. Thanks to them for sponsoring today's show. With the 48th pick, the Bears have gone secondary again. Safety Jaquan Brisker. Of course, Kyler Gordon, the cornerback out of Washington, was the pick earlier. We'll talk about Brisker here, though. Almost 6'2", 206 pounds. I think he's a textbook NFL strong safety. Good tackler. He can cover tight ends and slot receivers at a fairly good clip there. I like this pick. Listen. We know Justin Fields needs help, and we'll talk about that, and the Bears have more picks. There's still free agency out there. I get all that. But to focus on Brisker, I think this pick tells me one thing. The Bears are following their big board pretty strictly. You get a corner in round 1. That was a need. You get a safety here in or round 2, 39 overall. Round 2, 48 overall. You get a safety with this pick. I wouldn't have gone secondary twice in a row. But they're following their big board, and both those positions were needs. Make no mistake about it. You want Dane Cruikshank to start at safety? DeAndre Houston Carson? No, Jaquan Brisker's a starter right away. I plug him in. There's no doubts in my mind that that is the case. Grade the pick, A, B, C, D, or F. I'll go B- only because, listen, you got to get better on offense. We know that. But the defense still needs to improve. B, B-, that's kind of where I fall in. A good grade. I think it's good value for Jaquan Brisker with this pick, one of the better safeties in this class. I'll go B, actually. Level B for Brisker. It doesn't help the offense necessarily, although he can get some takeaways. But there's still time, and there's still receivers that the Bears could get at 71, or maybe even if they trade down. Give me a grade A, B, C, D, or F. You look at the scouting report of Jaquan Brisker from our draft analyst, Tom Downey. Really instinctive player, good against the run, which is what you want out of your strong safety. He's kind of that linebacker-safety hybrid. This is going to be a box safety that can hold his own in coverage. Needs to cut down on – he missed a few tackles because he's so aggressive. But you look at where you got him, number 48 overall. Downey had him at 43 on his big board. So, again, this is good value. They're following their board. I completely think that that's what Poles and this staff are doing. Lance Zierlein, the NFL.com draft analyst, wrote this up about Brisker, athletic safety, prospect whose versatility and toughness will endear him to coaches during the evaluation process. Brisker continues to pick up elements of the defensive scheme, and his play has steadily transformed from hesitant in 2019 to downright instinctive in 2021. Jaquan Brisker is a good addition to this football team. What did Matt Eberflus say at his most recent press conference? We think we can get 3 starters with those day 2 picks. Kyler Gordon, I think he's going to start. Jaquan Brisker, I'm pretty confident he's going to start. You're 2 for 2. Listen, we all want to talk about offense, offensive line, wide receiver. A lot of receivers went early. A lot of linemen went early. There's still some guys out there that you can get at receiver, but you can't force the board. When the Bears picked at 48, if Jaquan Brisker was their 40th best player and George Pickens was their 55th best player, you should take Jaquan Brisker. That's how I feel, and that's what they did at the end of the day. Shout out to Manscaped for sponsoring our NFL draft coverage here on Bears Now by Chat Sports. Get the Lawnmower 4.0, which is an excellent product to shave, trim your balls downstairs because, hey, you have a nice little frisky date. Things get, a little sticky afterwards, and it's nice and hairy down there. You don't want that. Ugly and hairy is what I should have said. Trim it up. Keep it clean. Advanced skincare technology with this product. You're not going to get a lot of cuts. You're not going to get that razor burn either. Manscaped.com/chat, 20% off plus free shipping. The Lawnmower 4.0 has 4 adjustable guards. If you want to leave a little bit of hair, maybe your girl likes more of a, landing strip, if you will. If you want to go fully clean shaven, you can do that as well. Wireless charging station. You also can use this in the shower as it is waterproof. Take advantage. Head over to Manscaped. Link is in the comments and in the description. Manscaped.com/chat. Promo code chat as well. Okay, you look at his numbers at Penn State. 63 tackles, 5 pass breakups, a couple of interceptions. More of a box safety who likes to get downhill, but he can hold his own in coverage. I think he can hold his own against tight ends, against some slot receivers as well. He's not going to be completely torched because he does have good athletic traits, which showed up during his testing in the pre-draft process. Ran a sub 4.5 40. That's a really good time, 4.49 as more of a strong safety. Good-ish vertical, almost 35 inches. Not crazy, but decent athlete. The broad jump was really good, 10 feet 4 inches. I like that. Good strength with 22 on the bench press as well. This is a good pick. I know you guys are going to be annoyed, and you're going to be like, you're a homer. I think you got 2 starters here, man. And when you're not picking in the first round, it's hard to do that, but I think the Bears pulled it off. I really, really do. So this was the secondary depth chart coming into the draft. Jalen Johnson, Tavon Young, and Eddie Jackson were 3 starters for sure. I think Jaquan Brisker is going to be your strong safety. I'm pretty confident in that. And I think Kyler Gordon's going to plug in for Thomas Graham at CB2. Then you got good depth. DeAndre Houston-Carson, Dane Cruikshank, good depth safeties. Duke Shelley, Thomas Graham, Kendall Vilder, good backup corners. Not great starters, but good backups. I don't mind this. Your secondary is in a great spot now. It really, really is with Gordon and Brisker. Now, the key moving forward is addressing other needs. Wide receiver, offensive line, both in free agency and in the rest of this draft as well. And I trust Ryan Poles to do that. I think he's playing smart. He understands we're not 1 or 2 players away from going to the Super Bowl. Let's get good football players in here, and they've gotten 2 good players so far in this NFL draft. What is the better pick so far here in round 2? Type B for Brisker, type G for Gordon. I'll say Gordon because I think corner is a more significant position, but again, I think both picks are pretty darn good. Get your votes in. Let us know. Better pick by the Bears here in the second round. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel as we are closing in on 47,000 subscribers here on Bears Now by Chat Sports. Daily Bears videos. We broke down the Gordon pick. We're breaking down the Brisker pick. We'll break down pick 71. We'll have draft grades tonight as well. We're not going anywhere here on the channel. YouTube.com/BearsNow. That is the link to share with all your buddies, but you're watching right now. All you got to do is hit that sub button. 100% free. We have you covered on a daily basis, 365 days out of the year. All right, so let's look forward now. You've got Brisker. You've got Kyler Gordon. Pick 71 coming up early in round 3. We'll see what happens on that front. 4 picks left in this NFL draft. That third note there, get Justin Fields help. You still have to do that. Like that's something you do have to do if you are Ryan Poles and company, but I think they'll get a receiver with their next pick or an offensive lineman. We'll see. The O-line market in this draft is kind of, it slipped quick. It really, really did. But, again, I think they're following their big board. They're trusting their pre-draft studying, and I think they've gotten 2 starters. And that's really all you can ask, right? You're not the Chiefs where you're 1 player away potentially from winning a Super Bowl, or the Bills or the Bucks where, you need talent at multiple positions. I mean, the only positions you didn't need to address in this draft are like quarterback and running back, which you might still take a running back too. So safety, corner, those are the first 2 picks. I think it's perfectly fine. We'll see what happens with the rest of the picks. You got 71 coming up here in a little bit. 148 and 150 in the 5th round. 186 in round 6. I think the Bears would like to trade down at some point, maybe from 71. Trading down beyond that's not going to get you a ton of capital. We'll see if Ryan Poles trades down in the 3rd round. But the second pick for the Bears, it's Jaquan Brisker, the safety out of Penn State. I think he plugs in and is your starting strong safety, and I don't mind it. I really don't. I still think you can get a good receiver in this draft that could potentially start for you, so I'm not going to panic. I think you've gotten 2 good players in Kyler Gordon and Jaquan Brisker. I liked both of them heading into the draft process. So who should the Bears draft next? Based on when you're watching this, we'll see who they could go out and get, but I want to know from you guys, who should the Bears pick up next? Get your votes in right now in the comment section. And, hey, join our main Chat Sports coverage because we are live over there breaking down every single pick of the NFL draft. The link over there is youtube.com/chatsportstv. You can subscribe here as well, youtube.com/BearsNow. But rounds 2 and 3 live on YouTube. More round 2 and 3 coverage throughout the rest of the night. So go ahead and subscribe over there, and we will have you guys covered throughout the NFL draft.